All right, guys. So the countdown has begun. I'm running the half a marathon in St. Pete coming up on the 12th of November, which you know how that goes. It's gonna come up before you know it, and I'm gonna do a countdown of pretty much weekly checking in and seeing how progress is going and letting you guys know as far as like a little bit behind the scenes how this journey goes. Don't mind me right now. You know what I did this morning? I just realized I was taking a trash out and I left this on the hood. Left the water bottle in the front of the hood of my car. So I'm over here. Get this water bottle off my truck. I'm gonna throw this away. You know I had another water bottle in here. There it is. Throw both these bright and early. And it's about 6 something, I think 6:20 in the morning. I'm heading out to my location to run. And I was running 6 days, but I don't know if I'm gonna cut it back from 6 to 5. Because I got a little tight last week and I took about 3 days off. And those 3 days seem like the longest days ever. I've been running or exercising 6 days a week for the last year and a half, almost 2 years. So to take 3 days off consecutively seems like a lot. It actually felt way worse than longer than what it was. But I'm back out here, feel a little bit better. We're gonna test it out. Left leg was getting a little tight, but I think we're gonna be okay. So we're gonna get out here today, and I think today because normally I was doing 7 miles every day, 6 days a week. I think today I'm gonna back it down to 4.5 miles today, and then kind of 4 miles, 4.5, work my way back up, depending on how I feel. Hopefully everything goes smooth today, but this is first day journaling, this preparation for this half marathon, which I'm pretty excited about. It's something that when I first started off back exercising, it wasn't even on my mind, because I could only walk. I was running back then. I was about 235 pounds, 240, which, you can run at that weight, but that wasn't something I was going to do, especially for an extended period of time. So I would work my way from walking half a mile to a mile up to 2 miles. And eventually I think I got up to 5 miles walking a day. And then I got to the point to where, like, man, this walking 5 miles a day was taking 2 hours out my day. It was just taking too long. So then I eventually, after that, and then the weight was coming off because, I started trying to look different avenues up, because it's not just exercising. The way you eat and live your life is a big part of it too. So I started eating better and all that good stuff. And then I got introduced to biking, which I love to bike. And speaking of that, I need to get me a new bike soon. My last 2 bikes I had, because I throw the bikes in the back of my truck, they end up getting messed up. I guess from throwing the back of the truck so much every day, I think I need to get a bike rack. Let me put my seatbelt on. Yeah, I need to get a bike rack. That's what I really need to do but I am definitely in the market for a new bike. I'm gonna get one hopefully within the next week or so. Get me a bike rack too. But then I started biking, and then we was biking. I joined the bike group, in which I've missed for the last 2-3 months. I got to get back over those guys. Some really good guys in the bike group. And we was biking. We started off biking like 8 miles. No, we started off biking like 12 miles. 12 miles every Saturday, and we eventually got up to 20-something miles, which, well, I thought was great. It was, it was a different type of exercise, something that I enjoyed a lot. And then from there, once my bike went down the last time, and I would take the bike to the same area that I would walk at, and if I was to bike those 5 miles, I would get done, and I can literally get done biking those 5 miles in like 15 minutes. No lie, 15 minutes. So then what I did was I added another 5 miles onto my biking routine out there. So I would finish up biking, and with stops and all that kind of stuff in 40 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on, if I took any breaks, talked to anybody, anything like that. And then I decided from there, once my bike went down the last time, I said, man, why did I just start off with jogging? So I ended up starting that off with jogging, and then I would start it off with the mile, then I worked my way up to 2 miles, then I worked my way up to, wow, that guy's driving crazy, 4.5 miles, making my way all the way around. And then, we started running after that. Same thing, 1 mile, then I would jog a mile, run a mile, and I end up doing 2 miles, 3 miles. Long story short, I end up getting up to 7 miles. The longest I've ran in a row, I did 10 miles one day, and I could have definitely did more. And that's kind of how we got up to where we're at right now as far as with the running. But it's definitely been a journey that I've been partaking in myself. This is about a 1.5, 2 year journey to even get to this point. So started off at about 235, 240 as far as the weight, and just with the exercising. And it's crazy too, because really one of the main reasons why I started exercising was because I went to the doctor, and the doctor was telling my blood pressure was high through the roof, put my blood pressure medicine, all this stuff, and I was like, man, I'm not finna be on blood pressure medicine all my life, especially starting off at like 36, 37 years old. I just can't see myself doing that. So I told myself I'm gonna look at some other ways of lowering the blood pressure and doing it just naturally. So, with that, that was part of the reason why we started eating better. Then once we start cutting out all the fried stuff and all different kinds of stuff, lowering the sugar and the salt intake, we started with the exercise, and a year later, 1.5 years later, here we are. We're not on no blood pressure medicine, any of that stuff. And I feel great. Energy levels good and focused. And I want to do this half marathon because now it's like, man, something I need to check off my list. So like, okay, well, I can do this, to show myself that I actually can do this. Now, long story short, I would love to get up to the point where I can run a full marathon, 26 miles. That would be the end goal. But we're gonna see how these 13 go. But I feel like that shouldn't be too big of a deal. So we just need to get some training in, and that's what we're doing this morning. Starting off 6 o'clock in the morning, we're gonna run. I should be done with this relatively soon, and we got a long day ahead with the kids because the kids off today. But yeah, this is just a little motivation for you guys, whoever watch this, to let them know, man, just keep pushing, don't give up, don't let them put you on all those medications. Let me tell you something a doctor told me too. I was seeing this other doctor that doesn't work for the hospital. She's just kind of independently, and she told me something that really stuck with me. She said doctors are good at putting you on medication, but they're real bad at getting you off of it. Meaning that it's a lot of medication that that you really need for a time, that eventually, if you're doing the right things to help yourself get off of it, that you could get off the medication, that they could help you and like give you a path to get off of it, but they don't. They're bad at it. And then I really realized that in the medical industry, man, especially with for pharmacy and stuff, that's probably a multi-billion-dollar industry. So no, they don't want you to get off, or they want you to stay on this medication for the rest of your life. That's how they get paid. So that really stuck with me. But man, get out. I don't care if it's 15 minutes. You should start off at least, try to get yourself at least a 15-minute walk a day. Jog, bike, whatever you need to do to get some exercise in your life. And we got to eat better too, but that's a whole nother story we can get to another day. But today, let's just focus on getting out today and starting with one day at a time. Don't worry about trying to, just one step at a time, one day at a time. Let's do it today. Then tomorrow we'll focus on finding 15 minutes in tomorrow. I don't care how busy you is. You can find 15, 20 minutes a day to get some exercise. And I know that because I used to be super busy in the car business, not walking, but doing 8 to 10 hours a day. And I would find 15 minutes, 20 minutes a day when I was out there to walk the car lot. So I know anybody can do it. But signing out, man. God bless y'all. Put God first and never give up. Peace.